Have you ever been confused by just, yet, and already? These three adverbs can be confusing, but we're here to fix that. Are you ready? Let's go. Welcome to the Coffee Break English Show. I'm Nick.
And I'm Francesca.
How are you today, Francesca?
I'm very well, Nick. Thank you. How are you?
Really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this lesson.
Yes, let's get started.
Absolutely. So today we're looking at just, yet, and already. And these are common adverbs that we use very often with the present perfect.
Yes, that's true. But the position and the choice between one or the other at times for us, not native speakers, can be a little bit confusing.
Yeah.
So can you help us?
Absolutely. It might be a difficult topic, but I'm sure by the end of this episode, things will be a little bit clearer.
I'm sure you'll make it very easy for us, as always.
So let's start with just.
Okay.
Just is used for very recent actions.
Right.
And it goes between the auxiliary, so in the present perfect, that's have or has, and the past participle.
Right.
And a good example could be, well, I've just finished my Italian homework.
Oh, well
Francesca.
done, you.
Thank you. I think I did well with it.
I'll have a look after. So I have just finished my Italian homework. And we cannot place just anywhere else in the sentence. Is that right?
Just is fixed there between the auxiliary and the main verb.
Okay, so it's one of those rules that we can memorize and always use it in the same way.
Exactly.
Okay.
And one thing we do need to be careful with, have you ever heard an American using just?
Yeah, now that you're saying that, I noticed, like I watch a lot of series and when the accent or the actor is American, is that right that they tend to use just with the simple past rather than the past participle, the present perfect?
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. They tend to use the past simple with just, whereas in British English, it's rare that you hear someone using this.
Okay, so it's a difference between British English and American English.
Exactly.
Okay,
So,
it's good to know.
Yeah, they might say, I just had a coffee.
Okay.
And shall we look at yet?
Right.
So yet is used for something that hasn't happened yet, but we expect it to happen in the future.
Okay.
The position of yet is actually at the end.
Okay, so we cannot use it in between the auxiliary and the past participle.
No, it always comes at the end, so it's another rule that we can learn.
Okay.
We use it in questions and in negative forms, but we don't really use it in positive forms.
Okay, I think I always hear children saying, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?"
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. And another good example, I haven't finished the book I'm reading yet.
Okay.
I still have 5 more chapters to read.
Right, okay, so we can see yet at the very end of this sentence.
Yeah, or in a question, have you downloaded our Coffee Break English workbooks yet,
Oh, that
Francesca?
looks lovely.
You can find this in the description and a link to the PDF version of the workbook.
I will download it very soon.
Very useful, and there's some good present perfect help in there.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
So we move on to already.
Okay.
So already indicates that something happened earlier than expected.
Right.
It just means before now. The structure of already is a bit different. It's more flexible.
Okay, which means we can place it in different parts of the sentence.
Exactly.
Oh, that's good news.
Yeah, it's a nice one. And it follows the same rule as just, that we can put it between the auxiliary and the main verb.
Okay.
But we can also put it in the same place as yet, at the end of a sentence.
All right.
There's a slight difference in how strong already is. If it's at the end, it indicates a lot more surprise.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Can we see an example?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can say, I have already seen this movie.
Okay.
Or I can say, I've seen this movie already.
Ah, I see what you mean. So you're kind of annoyed or disappointed in a way.
Exactly. Maybe someone's given me a suggestion of a film to watch. I'm like, not
Okay.
again.
I see. This is interesting. This is something new for me.
We can also use it in questions to
Mhm.
emphasize surprise.
Okay.
So we could say, have you seen this movie already?
And you could also say, have you already seen this movie? Obviously,
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
more emphatic.
Exactly.
I see.
And we can remember here that the more natural form would be yet. So if we use already, we're emphasizing how strong that surprise is. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're already at the point where we can do the quiz, Francesca.
Oh, I love a quiz. Let's do it.
Great. So what we can do is I will say a sentence.
Okay.
And I will leave a space where you can put just, yet, or already.
Okay.
And if you're watching or listening, you can pause the podcast and try and guess which one is right.
And help me as well.
So are you ready?
Okay, let's see the first one.
Okay. So number 1. Do you want to watch Avatar?
Mhm.
No, I've seen it 3 times.
Okay. So, no, I've seen it 3 times, something that has already happened. So, I've already seen it 3 times.
Fantastic. Exactly.
And if I'm a bit disappointed, can I say I've seen it 3 times already?
Exactly. Yeah.
Ah.
Brilliant. And number 2.
Okay.
Has she replied to your message?
Has she replied to your message yet?
Great. Exactly. It's that one that goes at the end.
end.
And ready for number 3?
Number 3, let's see this one.
Why do you look so tired? I've been for a run.
Okay. So in this case, I've just been for a run.
Yeah, it happened
Okay.
very recently, and now there's a clear effect of the
Okay.
action.
And in American English, it would be I just was for a run, or it sounds a bit odd.
Yeah, I
doesn't
just went for a run.
Okay. I
Yeah.
just went. So we
Yeah.
could still use the simple past,
Yeah.
but just a different verb. That makes
Exactly, yeah.
sense. Okay, great.
Fantastic. So you performed really well on that quiz, Francesca.
Thank you.
But shall we just do a quick review?
Yeah, let's go through all these adverbs
Yeah.
one more time.
So starting with just,
Mhm.
we said just is for very recent actions,
Mhm.
and we put it before the main verb
Okay.
and after the auxiliary verb.
So in between.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yet, we use to say that something hasn't happened yet, but we expect it to happen in the future.
Okay.
It goes at the end.
At the end, really important.
Yeah.
Let's remember this at the end.
And also, it only goes in negatives and questions normally.
Mhm.
And finally, already.
Already.
It's the flexible one. It means that something happened sooner than we expected.
Yes.
And it can go between the auxiliary and the main verb. Or
At the end for expressing surprise, for more emphasis or disappointment, depending on the scenario.
exactly.
I think it's my favorite.
It's a nice one.
It's a
I
nice
like
one.
it.
Let's admit it.
So we're already at the end of this
Aw.
episode. But if you want more practice with present perfect adverbs, then check out this video on for and since, or have a look at the description. You'll find the link there.
And remember, you can read the blog article on this episode for more information on this topic and some fun exercises for you to practice. The link is in the podcast description.
You can also sign up for our free weekly emails to receive a mini English lesson each week. Thank you so much for coming again today, Francesca.
Well, thank you for being a great teacher, Nick.
Now, again, I've had lots of fun.
Me too.
And thank you for watching and listening. Until next time, happy coffee breaking.
Bye.
You have been listening to a Coffee Break Languages production for the Radiolingua Network. Copyright 2025 Radiolingua Limited. Recording copyright 2025 Radiolingua Limited. All rights reserved.